Most Airbnb hosts think that getting more visibility comes down to two things: getting more reviews and lowering your price. And look, I get it. That's what feels logical. More reviews means more trust. Lower price means more bookings, right? Wrong. The hosts who are actually dominating search results in 2026 are doing something completely different. And the wild part is, most of what they're doing has nothing to do with reviews or pricing. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through 8 algorithm tricks that are actually moving the needle right now. And I'm gonna save the most powerful one for last. But I also wanna let you know up front, there's a bonus trick at the end of this video called the soft launch re-optimization method. And if your listing has gone stale, taken a ranking hit, or just stopped getting the visibility that it used to, this bonus training is gonna be exactly what you need. So make sure you stick around for that. Now, I've been in the Airbnb hosting space for years, and inside our B&B Tribe community, we have hundreds of active hosts implementing these strategies right now. One of our members, Sarah, went from being a basic guest favorite to landing in the top 10% of eligible listings on all of Airbnb. And the tricks that I'm about to share are a big part of how that happens. So let's get into it, starting with trick number 1. Oh, and by the way, I'm so confident that every host watching this has at least one of these tricks left to implement, that if you watch this entire video and you can honestly say that you've already got all 8 of these dialed in perfectly, comment below and I'll hook you up with a free month inside B&B Tribe. Hi, I'm James Fedek, co-author of Airbnb for Dummies and one of the world's leading short-term rental educators. Over my 8 years of hosting through every market cycle, I've personally managed dozens of listings while earning a full-time income myself and traveling the world full-time. I've been featured in some of the world's biggest publications and helped thousands of hosts to level up their hosting. Through B&B Mastery, I've helped over 800 hosts to optimize their business, plus helped over 700 people launch successful co-hosting careers. I'm here to help you with your short-term rental. All right, trick number 1 is what I call the Opportunities tab cheat code, and it might be the single most underused tool in the entire Airbnb dashboard. Here's the thing. Most hosts never even open this tab. And what's crazy is that Airbnb literally is sitting there telling you exactly what's holding your listing back from ranking higher. And almost nobody is actually reading it. To find it, go to your hosting dashboard and look for the Opportunities tab. Depending on your account, it might be sitting under Performance or Insights. Click on it, and what you'll find is a breakdown of the specific factors that are suppressing your listing in search results. This isn't guesswork. This is Airbnb handing you a cheat sheet for free, and most hosts are just leaving it on the table. Let me give you 2 real examples from inside our B&B Tribe community. One of our members discovered through the Opportunities tab that he had never properly checked off air conditioning as an amenity at his property. He had air conditioning. Guess we're just never seeing it because it wasn't checked off. And because it wasn't checked off, Airbnb was pushing his listing down every time a guest filtered for AC. That one tiny fix, a single checkbox, changed how his listing was surfaced in search results overnight. Another host found out that her self-check-in option wasn't properly specified in her listing settings. Self-check-in is a huge filter for guests, especially business travelers. Once she fixed it, her listing views literally doubled in under a month. Before we get into trick number 2, I want to take a quick second to talk about a tool that pairs perfectly with what we just covered. Because honestly, keeping track of every setting, every message, every calendar update across every platform, it adds up fast. And the tool I personally recommend and use myself to handle all of it is Hostway. Hostway is the all-in-one property management platform that lets you manage your Airbnb, Vrbo, and Booking.com listings from a single dashboard. You get a unified inbox, so every guest message lands in one place, automated messaging so your response times stay sharp, calendar sync across every channel so you never get hit with a double booking, and task management so your cleaning team and your maintenance crew stay perfectly coordinated. It's the kind of tool that takes you from constantly chasing your tail to actually running your short-term rental like a real business. There's a link in the description with a discount for my viewers. Go check it out. All right, now let's get back to trick number 2. And that brings us directly to trick number 2, amenity completeness and filtering visibility. This one is closely related to what we just talked about, but it goes deeper. The way Airbnb search actually works is heavily filter driven. When a guest searches for a listing with a hot tub or a workspace or a washer and dryer, Airbnb pulls only the listings that have those amenities checked off. If you have the amenity but you haven't marked it, you're completely invisible to that search. You don't show up at all. And the thing is, most hosts set up their amenity list once when they first launch their listing, and then they never touch it again. But amenity filters have expanded significantly. There are categories in there now that didn't used to exist. So here's what I want you to do. Go into your listing settings and do a full amenity audit. Go through every single category: bathroom, bedroom, entertainment, kitchen, outdoor, safety features, all of it, and make sure everything you actually have is properly checked off. Pay close attention to things like dedicated workspace, self-check-in, smart TV, and outdoor furniture. These are high traffic filter categories that guests search for constantly. Every unchecked amenity you have is a search filter you're invisible to. Fix this, and you will immediately expand the pool of guests who can even find your listing. Trick number 3 is about review velocity. And this one is going to challenge the way that most hosts think about their ratings. Most hosts are obsessed with their overall star rating: 4.8, 4.9, 5 stars. And yes, your rating absolutely matters. But here's what the algorithm is actually paying close attention to in 2026. Think about it from Airbnb's perspective. They want to show guests listings that are actively being booked and consistently delivering great experiences. A listing that got its last review 4 months ago sends a very different signal than a listing that got 3 reviews in the last 2 weeks, even if the older listing has a slightly higher overall average star rating. What this means practically is that a listing with a 4.8 rating and a steady recent review activity can absolutely outrank a 5-star listing that's been sitting dormant. Review velocity is a ranking signal. Keep the reviews coming in consistently and you stay visible. So how do you do that? Well, the single most effective strategy that I've found is a mid-stay message. It's simple. About halfway through a guest stay, you send them a quick check-in message. That's it. What that message does is 3 things. It shows the guests that you actually care. It gives you the chance to catch and fix any issues before they show up in a negative review. And it almost always leaves the guest feeling so well looked after that leaving you a positive review feels like the natural thing for them to do. Implement this into your guest communication system and your review velocity will start to take care of itself. Now, before we get into trick number 4, I want to quickly mention B&B Tribe. Everything we've covered so far, the opportunities tab, amenity optimization, review velocity, this is just the surface level. Inside B&B Tribe, we have a full dedicated module in our B&B Bootcamp called Understanding Airbnb's Algorithm that goes much deeper on all of this. And it's exactly the kind of training that's helped Sarah go from standard guest favorite listing to being recognized as one of the top 10% of hosts on all of Airbnb. B&B Tribe is $49 a month, and there's a link at the top of the description to join it if you want to check it out. All right, let's keep moving. Trick number 4 is about the pricing signals the algorithm actually reads. And this is not just about being the cheapest option in your market. Here's what most hosts get wrong. They think that lowering their price will automatically get them more visibility. And while competitive pricing definitely does matter, the algorithm is actually looking at something more specific: your booking pace. Booking pace is essentially how quickly your calendar is filling up relative to other listings in your area for the same set of dates. When Airbnb sees that your listing is getting booked at a healthy pace, that tells the algorithm that guests like what they see, and Airbnb rewards that with more visibility. It's a signal of quality and relevance. On the flip side, if your calendar is sitting empty while comparable listings in your area are starting to fill up, the algorithm interprets that as a sign that something is off, and your ranking stats start to slip. This is why using a dynamic pricing tool is so important. A tool like PriceLabs is constantly adjusting your rates based on real-time market data, local demand, competitor pricing, seasonal trends, upcoming events, so your listing stays competitively positioned without you having to manually check and adjust your prices every day. When your pricing is always dialed in to match your market demand, your booking pace stays healthy and your rankings will reflect that. Trick number 5 is one that the vast majority of hosts are completely sleeping on: acceptance rate and response time. These 2 metrics are direct ranking signals. Airbnb tracks both of them, and your listing's position in search results is influenced by where you sit on each one. Let's talk response time first. Airbnb wants to see that you respond to guest inquiries quickly, ideally within an hour. And I know what you're thinking. What if I'm asleep? What if I'm in a meeting? What if I'm just living my life and can't be glued to my phone? The answer is automation. There are messaging tools that will send an initial response to any guest inquiry automatically, even while you're asleep, which protects your response time metric entirely. This is a non-negotiable piece of your tech setup, in my opinion. Acceptance rate is the second one. If you're declining booking requests regularly, Airbnb notices. A low acceptance rate tells the platform that you're hard to book, and that gets punished in the rankings. The fix here is making sure your listing settings are accurate. your availability, your house rules, your guest requirements, so that the guests who are sending requests are already a good fit for your property. Fewer mismatched requests means fewer declines, and your acceptance rate stays nice and healthy. Together, your response time and acceptance rate are two of the easiest ranking signals to protect once you have the right systems in place. Okay. Trick number 6 is about your calendar openness and minimum stay strategy. And this one catches a lot of new hosts off guard. Here's the issue. When hosts get nervous about their listings, about getting bad reviews or not having enough time to repair between stays, they tend to do two things. They add a lot of block dates and they set long minimum stay requirements. And I completely understand the instinct, but both of these things send a negative signal to the algorithm. Airbnb search naturally favors listings that are open and available. A listing with a wide open calendar and flexible minimum stays is easier for guests to book, and Airbnb rewards that accessibility with better placement in search results. A listing that's heavily restricted with lots of blocked off dates and a 7-night minimum is much harder to book, and so it gets pushed down accordingly. So what's the right strategy? Well, for newer listings especially, the sweet spot is a 2-night minimum stay. This keeps your calendar open to the broadest possible range of guests while you build up your reviews and your ranking. We had a member in B&B Tribe, Alex, who was a brand new host and navigating this exact question. He launched with a 2-night minimum following the pre-launch checklist, and it was the right call. As your listing matures and your reviews build up, you can start adjusting your minimum stay strategy based on your market data and your own hosting goals. The core principle here is accessibility. The more accessible your listing is to a wide range of potential guests, the better the algorithm will treat you. Now, for trick number 7, the Superhost ranking halo effect. A lot of hosts think that Superhost status is just a badge. Nice thing to have. Something that looks good on your profile, but it's actually more than that. Superhost status is a direct ranking signal that gives your listing a meaningful boost in search visibility. And there are 4 criteria that Airbnb uses to determine Superhost status. You need a response rate of 90% or higher. You need to have completed at least 10 stays in the past year or 3 stays that total at least 100 nights. And you need a cancellation rate of less than 1%. And you also need an overall rating of 4.8 stars or higher. What I constantly remind hosts when I talk to them about Superhost status is this: getting the badge will give you a small boost in visibility and conversions, but actually being a great host and doing the things that lead to Superhost status, that's the real gold mine. And that brings us to trick number 8. And this is my favorite one because it touches 2 major ranking levers at the same time: instant book configuration. And I want to address the elephant in the room right away, because I know exactly what some of you are thinking. I don't want to use Instant Book because I'm worried about getting bad guests. And look, I hear you. That's a completely valid concern. But here's the reality. Instant Book gives your listing a significant ranking boost from Airbnb. The platform wants more Instant Book listings because it improves the booking experience for guests. And when you opt in, Airbnb rewards you with better visibility. So the question isn't really whether to use Instant Book or not. The question is how to use it in a way that still leaves you protected. And here's where it gets interesting. There's a setting inside Instant Book that a lot of hosts don't know about, and it's called Good Track Record. Turn this toggle on, and only experienced guests with positive reviews from other hosts will be allowed to book your place instantly. On the flip side of this, there's actually another Instant Book setting that's silently killing your conversion rate. It's the pre-booking message requirement. When you require guests to send you a pre-booking message before they can complete a reservation, you're adding a little bit of friction right at the exact moment when they're ready to book. And what happens with friction? Some guests will abandon the booking and move on to the next listing. They were ready to give you their money, and instead they have to stop, write a message, and wait. Many of them just won't bother. Turning that requirement off, removing the pre-booking message, will increase your conversion rates. We've tested it. More guests who land on your listing will actually complete the booking, and more completed bookings means a better booking pace signal to the algorithm, which then feeds right back into trick number 4 that we already discussed. Now, before I get to the bonus, I want to take a quick second to mention B&B Tribe one more time, because this is exactly where things get really powerful. Inside B&B Tribe, you get access to our full advanced booking optimization playbooks. And those playbooks walk you through the complete booking funnel from top to bottom, going from impressions to first page impression rate, click rate, bookings, and exactly how to implement optimizations at each and every different stage. It's the full picture of how your listing gets found, how it converts, and how to systematically improve both. You also get access to our Listing Genius AI tool, which helps you optimize your actual listing content for search visibility. And you get the Understanding Airbnb's algorithm module inside of B&B Bootcamp, which goes much deeper into everything that we've covered here today. All of that, plus our full community of hosts, all over $4,000 in discounts on tools that we use, and our complete library of templates and checklists, all for just $49 a month. The link again to join is right at the top of the description. All right, now for the bonus, and if you're watching this because your listing's visibility has dropped off or things just used to be performing better and now they're not, this one is specifically for you. Everything we've covered so far has been about protecting and improving your visibility while things are going well. This bonus is about what to do when the damage is already done, when your listing has gone stale, when it's taken a ranking hit, when it used to show up on the first page and now it doesn't. Here's the underlying principle. Airbnb's algorithm strongly favors listings that are active, updated, and fresh. A listing that hasn't changed in 6 months, hasn't had any new photos, hasn't had any updates to its description, and isn't getting consistent bookings, that listing reads as dormant to the algorithm. And dormant listings, they get deprioritized. The soft launch re-optimization method is essentially about signaling to Airbnb that your listing is fresh and active again, without starting over from scratch. So here's exactly how to do it. Start with your photos. You don't need to reshoot everything. Just add 2 or 3 new photos, seasonal shots, a close-up of a new amenity, updated staging. The act of updating your photo gallery tells the algorithm something has changed. Next, refresh your listing description. It doesn't need to be a complete rewrite. Just update the first paragraph, tweak a few of the room descriptions, and add a mention of something new that you've recently improved or added. Again, you're signaling activity here. Then temporarily open up your calendar. If you've had a lot of blocked dates or long minimum stays, loosen those restrictions off for a couple of weeks. This improves your accessibility score and helps the algorithm reassess your listing in a new context. And finally, temporarily adjust your pricing. Not dramatically, but enough to improve your booking pace for a short window. Even a handful of bookings at a slightly lower rate can kickstart your review velocity back into gear, which then supports your organic ranking going forward. Think of it like jumpstarting a car. You do it once to get the engine running again, and then the listing takes over from there. Done together, these 4 moves send a clear signal to Airbnb that your listing is active, updated, and worth showing to guests again. All right. Like I mentioned before, if you want the full training that goes deeper on every one of these strategies, come check out B&B Tribe. Inside, you'll get our complete Understanding Airbnb's algorithm module, you'll get the full advanced booking optimization playbooks, and our Listing Genius AI tool, plus our full community of hosts who are implementing this stuff every single day. Like I said, it's $49 a month, and the link is at the top of the description right down below. And let me know in the comments, how many of these 8 tricks were you already doing? I'm genuinely curious. If you're doing all of them, I'll hook you up with a free month in B&B Tribe. Drop the number below. And if you've got visibility win from any of these strategies, I want to hear about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.